Candace Owens has been doing some research on Kamala Harris's family background. So I'm going to play some of this. Apparently, over the last week, she's been digging into and has gotten birth certificates and all kind of documentation. Let me say first off, I don't care if Kamala is black or white or Indian or whatever the case is, but I do think this is interesting. So Candace has seemed to be able to dig up documents and get some indication that Kamala's grandmother is actually a Irish woman or white woman named Iris.
Kamala Harris must answer for this. She absolutely must answer this. You cannot be posting up pictures of you with a black woman saying that it's your grandma, okay? You cannot do that. And then come to find out there was another woman who you look much more like, and we have all of the evidence in the world that she is your true grandmother. That is just, it is too wild. It is just too out of pocket. We are going to need answers to that. Because if what Sherman Harris, who was interviewed by CNN, is saying is true, then there is no room here. There's no situation in which Black Beryl, this woman, is her legitimate grandmother, okay? And by the way, I want to say, because looking at this Beryl, she in no way favors Donald Harris. Let's get a side-by-side of Beryl and Donald Harris. Like, what are we even speaking about?
Now, this is the question of Kamala's dad on the left, Donald Harris, which he apparently, I don't think him and Kamala are actually in communication like that. Doesn't matter to me one way or another, but that's what, from my understanding. So this is her father on the left, and then her mom, or supposed to be his mom, excuse me, Kamala's grandmother, her father's mother on the right.
If you put this together, how are you getting Beryl from this woman and Oscar Harris? I don't see it. Now, again, genes can be funny, but then when you put him next to our white Iris, I go, okay, look at those squinty eyes here. I could see a little bit of a similarity here.
Now, through some research, she was able to find out about this woman named Iris, who apparently may be Kamala's actual grandmother, which would be her father's mother. So I think the conclusion might be that Kamala's father is not, in fact, mixed with any black, which would, I guess, in effect, make Kamala not black. She would be probably Irish and Indian. I don't care one way or another, but I do think it's interesting.
He does seem to somewhat favor her. Again, now we're just believing our own eyes and asking the right questions. What we do know for a fact is that woman on the right, Iris Harris, is related to Kamala Harris, and we need answers.
The question is, I mean, for me personally, well, let me take a step back. Let me say this first. If Kamala Harris is not black, does it actually matter? I'm not talking about myself, but does it matter to the general public? This is a question I ask myself sometimes. My opinion is that if Kamala is not black, it probably matters more. It probably would matter more to her voters who are black versus people who are not black, because I think that her identity of being a black woman is a huge part of the narrative of her presidential run. I'm not talking about her whole career. I'm not saying that she's not accomplished and hasn't done things, but I'm talking about her presidential run. This go around that we have going on right now, I think that's a huge part of the narrative. I wonder if we said, okay, even if her father is half black, that would mean that, and we know that her father is half, quote unquote, half Jamaican, half Irish, I believe. So, and then we know that Kamala's mom is Indian. So that would essentially make her Jamaican, black, part Irish, and part Indian. Essentially 1/4 black, right? Again, doesn't matter to me one way or another, but I'm just wondering that if we said, okay, her mother is full-fledged Indian, and then her dad is only half black and he's half Irish, right? So I'm wondering, what if we said that she was the first Indian American woman president? Would it really ring true for a lot of black women and black people in general, right? I'm wondering if it would be something that would be attractive. Maybe it would. I really don't know. Being an Asian woman, I think that she's identified as Asian, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Again, she's part of we're multicultural people. I know many people who are part of multiple cultures and multiple races, and it's their choice to identify with what they want to identify with. So it's not my place to talk about what she should identify with. But again, it's more of a question. I wonder if she identified as an Indian woman, which she has the right to. Her mother is full-fledged Indian, right? She could even identify as an Irish woman if she wanted to. But in our country, in the US, we just have a tendency to say the one drop rule. If you have a little bit of black on you, you're automatically black. In some cases, that doesn't work well for people in this country, right? And in some cases, it does work for you when you need the narrative, or the narrative of you being black is beneficial. So it's just a question. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. For me, it doesn't matter if you're black or white, like the Michael Jackson song goes. The identity doesn't matter to me, but I do wonder if it matters to other people. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Crucial Convo.